Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. This is a quote I'm sure many of you have heard in the past. In the Naruto series, we see this as a recurring theme throughout the show, especially with one character, Rock Lee. Rock Lee is the embodiment of this quote. Throughout his whole life, he was faced with internal hardships that made it difficult for him to become the shinobi he's always wanted to be. If some of you don't know who Lee is or what his character is about, let me give you a brief life story. During his time at the Ninja Academy, Lee proved to have no natural talent for things like ninjutsu or genjutsu. He was mocked by his peers, and because of this, Lee persevered, focusing on his newfound specialty, taijutsu. Through countless hours and years of training, he was finally able to master taijutsu and not only rival but overcome his peers. Even though this is a very small description about his character, it still shows who he is and what he is about. Now that that's out the way, let's get into why believing in yourself was the first step to achieving success in Lee's life. If you've been watching the video, you already know how hard Lee had to work to become strong. But before the work, before the dedication, before the blood, sweat, and tears, there was a decision he had to make. If Lee never decided to wake up one day and dedicate his life to being a shinobi, he would have never been through those experiences we see in the show. He could have easily just said, well, I can't do ninjutsu, I guess my dream is over. But he didn't, and that was one of the most important decisions of his life. It's kind of like this video. It's the first video I ever made, and if I decided to not spend time and effort to put something out that I enjoy doing, you might have never seen this. And I'm not saying this video could change your life, but no one knows that for certain, and that is ultimately why I decided on Rock Lee as one of my first videos. He is a special character, and the reason why so many people enjoy him as a character is because we can all relate to him in some way. Some of us weren't born in rich families, or some of us might not have the sibling we've always wanted, but that is the purpose of Rock Lee. Sometimes you aren't given the best circumstance, you just have to live your life and wake up the next day with a smile on your face, no matter the cards life deals. In the Chunin exams is when Rock Lee really shines as a character. In his first encounter with Team 7, we see briefly his battle with Sasuke. We find out soon that this bushy-browed bald head is not a foe to mess with. But there is another greater foe that is far scarier than Rock Lee, Gaara of the Sand. It is immediately known that Gaara is no one to mess with. His dominance and utter aura can be felt every time he is on screen. Now, Gaara is a Jinchuriki, and is a prodigy at that. This sets up the stage for the perfect battle between talent versus hard work. No one believes that Rock Lee will win his fight. Even his sensei, Mike Guy, is worried for Lee. But no one believing in him is what he is used to. He is ready for his battle, ready to shock the non-believers. He puts up a good fight, and for the majority of the time, he is actually winning. You can see the other shinobi in the crowd standing there with their jaw dropped and feeling a sense of happiness for Lee. It's almost as if the good guys won and the people are joyful, but the fight is not over for Gaara. He catches him and crushes Lee's body, leaving him near death. Even still, after his body is bloodied and crushed, his mind does not give up. That's his talent, his perseverance. Even though Rock Lee lost his fight, he is still a winner in everyone's eyes. He was completely favored to lose, and yet he almost won. For Lee, winning is not determined by this fight. He won in his own internal battles and made his sensei proud. You may be faced with hardships and you might think something is out of your reach, but you will truly never know the outcome unless you give it your all. That is why Lee inspires me so much. You can correlate his actions directly to life. Whether you work a 9 to 5, or you're a high schooler on summer break, or a retired worker, we all have dreams. Some people's dreams are more obtainable than others, but if you don't wake up doing what you can to achieve that dream, you're selling yourself short and letting down those who believe in you. You may feel you reached a dead end in life. If you feel this way, you should carve your own path to happiness. That's what Rock Lee would do. In his battle with Gaara, Rock Lee was brutally injured. The news he was given when he woke up was nothing short of a tragedy. Just as life seemed to be going up for Lee, he was told he was no longer allowed to be a shinobi. He was heartbroken. His whole life up to this point and all his training now meant nothing. All hope for his dream to become a strong shinobi was gone. He was now just like any other person. But he wasn't. What set him apart before was his determination and perseverance. He still obtained that after his fight and was feeling more determined and motivated unlike any time before. You may be able to relate to this. Maybe you just got fired from a dream job or failed a very important test. But Rock Lee shows that even though life may be hard right now, it is not over. You still have another day to live and look forward to. In the show, Lee says, "My motto is to be stronger than yesterday. If I have to, I'll be stronger than half a day ago, even a minute ago." The point of this quote is to show people the mindset you need to have to achieve your dreams. It's like falling down a hill. You may have reached the bottom, but there is a way back. It might be harder to climb up the hill than fall down it, but at least when you climb it, you're always going back up. If you reach this point in the video, it hopefully means you watch it through. I'm not going to ask for likes and things like that because this was genuinely fun for me to make. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.